Think about things that school never taught you. Many college professors that teach business courses have never ran a business, ever. Except where you sit at your desk, except that you can't go to the bathroom when you want to, except that you can only go eat whenever the bell rings, and it's just fucking bullshit. Have you ever thought about how school just didn't prepare you for life? The only thing it did was teach you how to be on time, listen to orders, and get you ready for a 9-to-5 job? I've spent a lot of time thinking about this over the last 10 years. I've always thought school was a scam, I've always questioned authority, and I've never believed that it was designed to prepare us to be successful in life. In this video, I want to dive into the historical origins surrounding the General Education Board, John D. Rockefeller, who helped founded it, his ulterior motives, why he created it, and how it is just a scam to teach Americans to be on time, listen to orders, and follow the rules with no question at all. Let's get into it.
It's a good thing I caught you. I'll make an example out of you. That's enough out of you. Leave this room and report to the principal's office immediately.
The historical narrative surrounding the General Education Board and John D. Rockefeller is that he was just this great philanthropist who wanted Americans to succeed and wanted them to have a better education. However, they shaped the schooling to meet the industrialized revolutions and the factory needs. The factories at the time required punctuality, obedience, repetition, and standardization. And this is where schools became the early training ground to lay out this blueprint for decades to come, and it's still going on today. Think about it. From the time you're 5-ish years old, you're told to sit still, asked to go to the bathroom, sit in a row of students that are doing the same thing that you are, just doing what they're told, not asking questions except what the teacher allows them to ask. You're supposed to listen to bells on when you can do what and how you can do it, and you're just told to obey orders without question. It's the perfect system to design a society of worker bees that don't think, they just do. So even though it's been a little over 100 years since the GEB was created by Rockefeller and his philosophy to have a nation of workers, not thinkers, the fundamentals are still the same. They still want compliance and obedience. It's just a different time now. The school system teaches you to accept knowledge without question. You don't need to think any deeper, just listen to what we tell you, and that's all you need to know. That in itself is a massive red flag. They teach you not to ask why, just answer the question that's on the test, and do it how we tell you.
I'll just never pass this course. What's the use of taking this stuff anyway? I'm afraid to take my paper home.
They don't want curiosity, they want conformity. That's all it is. The structure was designed to have as much uniformity and control over people as possible. Students are grouped by age, they're on a standardized process of how fast you can progress. You need to be right on the pace of everyone else. That goes along with the system of worker bees. Although it's 2025 and we've had massive technological changes in even just the last 20 years, our school system has remained the same since its inception in 1902. The schooling system reduces curiosity and destroys imagination behind the system that is standardization. Whenever students leave either high school or college, they're often not prepared for autonomy, not prepared for entrepreneurship or other creative work. They're simply designed to accept whatever job they get whenever they put their application in. How many times do you hear people say that they hate their job, it's just the only thing they could get out of college? This is a direct result of this system. Now, another interesting thing about schools is that they have eerily similar designs to prisons. The long hallways, solid brick designs, being bussed in and out each way. There's a lot of things that I could go on about this. You get your recess 1 hour a day, prisoners get to go out to the yard 1 hour a day. It's the same exact system, just in a different format. Now, even if you grew up in this system, you don't have to live within it forever. Many people have just come to accept the normalness of having the hierarchy and routine that comes with a 9-to-5 job nowadays. Rather than thinking outside the box and thinking of how they can change their own lives, they just accept that hopefully one day someone will give them a raise that maybe makes their life even 2% better. A lot of people just accept their position in life for what it is and they don't do anything to change it. There are ways to break out of it. You just have to be self-aware enough to accept the training that you've received and how to break out of it and how to do something different. There's so many other ways to learn now other than just going to school. Used to, the only way you could learn something was to go to a master's degree or whatever it is. And I'm not talking bad about professional business schools whatsoever. If you're going to be a doctor or a lawyer, you need to go to law school. I firmly believe that. If you're just wanting to get a business degree just because, you're wasting your fucking time. I've learned every single thing I know about video editing, content creation, and overall business from YouTube. There's a video for just about anything you're trying to figure out. As long as you're willing to put the time in to figure it out and realize that the only way you're going to learn something is through figuring it out yourself, you can get just about anything you want done. Many college professors that teach business courses have never ran a business, ever. I would much rather listen to someone who started 5 businesses and 3 of them failed and 2 of them worked than someone who's just never ran a business whatsoever. They just read some books on statistics of business and decided that they could talk in a classroom. It's fucking fucking bullshit that these people get away with charging you thousands of dollars and putting you into debt when they're teaching something that they don't even know about. With all the different ways that you can learn on your own nowadays, this is the time to change the factory worker blueprint into your own creative business blueprint. Every dollar I've ever made in my life has come through me figuring out a system with a skill set that I have. When I was 6 years old, I started selling eggs because I wanted to buy a limousine. Did I go to school to figure out how to sell eggs? No. I simply realized the supply and demand business metric. I had the supply, there was a demand. I filled that gap. And you can do that with any sort of service. I mean, people pay now to get their fucking trash cans cleaned. Who would have thought that was a thing 10, 15 years ago? But there's large businesses out there that make a lot of money doing things like that. Dog poop scooping. That's a lucrative business nowadays. You don't have to go to school in order to make money. Whenever I started making videos, every single thing I learned was from YouTube. I didn't go to fucking film school. I didn't listen to any professor that knew how to press buttons on a camera and did some photography class. I just fucking figured it out on my own. And that's what a lot of people need to understand, is that to get ahead, you have to do things on your own and you have to learn for yourself. No one is waking up every day trying to make your life better. Everyone's in this game for themselves, and you have to figure out how to make it work for you and get ahead for yourself. And with all the different industries videography has let me tap into, whether it's concerts, construction, fitness, whatever it is, no one taught me how to do it. I just figured it the fuck out, and I'm still figuring it out every single day. I haven't made a YouTube video for myself in a long time, but I'm here figuring it out right fucking now. I'm not going to some fucking class in a classroom for someone that's never done YouTube to tell me how to do it. All the pieces of advice that I'm getting from YouTube are from people that do YouTube. I'm not going to some college professor that read some statistics about YouTube. I'm getting it from people that actually fucking do it. And I'm not saying that I'm some guru to learn from. I'm just saying my experience with the education system failed me, and it's failed a lot of other people too. And the only way I'm able to even halfway get ahead for myself is by figuring things out on my own and doing things on my own. To me, the biggest red flag about the school system is the quote that John D. Rockefeller allegedly said, that I don't want a nation of thinkers, I want a nation of workers. And look at how that's come to fruition today. Everyone just goes to 9 to 5s, they do what the fuck they're told, they don't question authority, and they just get by in life. They never get ahead, they just accept their position because that's what school taught them to do. Accept where you sit at your desk, accept that you can only go eat whenever the bell rings, and it's just fucking bullshit. Now before I go, I want to ask you a few questions. Think about things that school never taught you. The first thing that comes to my mind is money management and taxes. School never fucking helped you with that whatsoever. And it wasn't supposed to. You're just designed to fall into the system and do whatever the government tells you to do. Overall, I just believe school has failed us in so many ways. And from someone who was homeschooled their entire life, I was able to look at the school system from an outside perspective because I had friends and siblings that went to school. And I just always thought it was complete bullshit and that it was a scam and it never taught you any real life skills. So I'm curious, I want to know the things that you think that school didn't teach you, how it failed you. If school put you in student debt and you're still failing because of the system that it was designed to keep you from winning, please leave a comment down below. I'm curious to hear your story on what your experience with school was. This is my second video back making YouTube videos. It's obviously not the best. I want to get better at this as I go on, but I hope you enjoyed this video. It was just a rough take on my view of the education system and how it was designed to make people work and not think. I plan on doing more videos like this and diving deeper into it in the future. If you liked it, give it a like, comment, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.